In the Land of Saints and Sinners is an Irish action thriller film starring Liam Neeson with side characters portrayed by Jack Gleeson and Ciarán Hinds. The film is about Liam Neeson, a bookseller who is really a contract killer who comes back from World War II and finds his wife dead and turns heavily to the bottle or drink, and the local crime lord is able to offer him work as a contract killer, which he does for numerous years up until the film's setting, which is in the 1970s, following an IRA bombing plot, or a bomb that goes off and kills several people, with several of these militants responsible for the bombing moving into the seaside town where Liam Neeson lives his covert life. He is a rare bookseller or dealer who collects books and uses that as his main source of income, but he has all the makings in this town of a simple life. He has a possible love interest with one of his neighbors who he goes and has dinner with and eats with, but the main plot of the film is that he's had enough of the contract killing. He wants to get out, but there's a new person to replace him, which is Jack Gleeson's character. I think his name is Kevin in the film, who's going to take over his role. But he ends up having to get back into the contract killing, or get back into the killing, when one of the militants ends up either sexually abusing or abusing a local little girl. Liam Neeson's character finds out about it and has to decide whether or not he's going to go to the police about it or Garda, but instead decides that he's going to lure him to his car, gets him in his car, is taking him out to where he's going to kill him. He almost escapes, but Jack Gleeson's character shows up and is able to save Liam Neeson by shooting the bad guy or the abuser in the situation, and then that leads to them burying the person, bonding a little more with Liam Neeson's character not understanding Jack Gleeson's character's thrill of enjoying killing, or starting to enjoy the contract work that he's doing, which this in turn leads to the militants in the area trying to figure out what happened to their other comrade or their other compatriot, which then leads to them going to Liam Neeson's house, beating up the love interest, destroying Liam Neeson's car because they don't know who he is. They just know that this is where he lives, or that this is the house of the person. They get a name, or they don't get a name yet, but it ends up coming to a head at a bar where there's a shootout leading to the two other people involved being wounded, and then the third person, the woman who's the leader of the group, getting wounded as well and going off to a church where she's bleeding out, and Liam Neeson shows up and they kind of have their final standoff, which happens off camera, or she just dies there because she's already mortally wounded, and then he takes her and buries her near her brother, who was the other party. It's a pretty good film. That's pretty much straightforward what it is. It's a slow burner. It's about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours long. It's worth the watch if you have the time. I believe it's on Amazon Prime right now. It's something I would recommend as a Liam Neeson film. It's not as action-packed as some of his latest movies have been, with a 60-something-year-old man trying to jump over a fence or running around. It's more sedated in that aspect of kind of this lone wolf character who just wants to live a peaceful life here, wants to retire peacefully, but is unable to because of his protectiveness towards this local community and the young girl that he sees that was being abused, that draws him back into it, and then he has to kill several more people and then flee his solitude or his sanctuary that he was having here, and that's how the film ends, with him leaving. Other than that, like I said, I would recommend this, but thank you for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share.